Hello, Leo. Welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and I will be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, abundance reading for the month of November 2020. If this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do want to say welcome, and I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month, and I would love to share your money message with you. Before we get started, I do want to say thank you all so much for being patient and understanding. As I figure out this whole watermarking my videos, for those of you that don't know, someone did steal my videos, and so I am now forced to protect my work by branding and watermarking my videos. I have gotten a lot of feedback from you all, good, bad, and in between, and I appreciate that, and I'm working on making sure that the watermark is not too distracting and too obtrusive. I'm still playing with this, so keep leaving your feedback. I do take it all in, and so that's it for that. For the readings this month, I will be using my original tarot deck. I will clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot deck, and then I will close out your reading, Leo, with the Spirit Animal Oracle card. So let's go ahead and get right to it and see what is going on for the sign of Leo as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance. For the month of November 2020. What do we need to know for the sign of Leo? All right, Leo. So as we move into the first week of November, looks like there's going to be a lot of, I don't know if commotion would be the right word, but there's going to be a lot of disruption as it relates to your work and to your money. Now, you can look at this two ways. Number one, you can look at it as a setback. Number two, you can look at it as a breakthrough. Because there is going to be a lot of disruption, things are going to feel a little chaotic and out of control for you, Leo. You can kind of take it in and rework your plan, make better choices moving forward as it relates to money and finances, especially in the future. And the other thing is you can really figure out, okay, kind of break it down and see, okay, this doesn't work when it comes to our money, so this is where we need to course correct. And that's what I'm seeing here. This isn't, like I said, this isn't all bad. It's just a little uncomfortable. But now this is only the first week of November, and we're moving into a new season, a new month, very soon to be a new year. So there's going to be, some things that need to be tweaked along the way, especially as it relates to finances. Now, finances are never a straight line, especially when we have goals of wealth building, wealth accumulation, getting out of debt, acquiring certain assets in our lives. So, you're going to do something, and then you're going to have to do something different, and then you're going to have to do something different until you find the exact groove and you find your unique formula. Okay, so I really want you to pay attention to that, Leo. So we have the Six of Wands here, Page of Swords, both in reverse. This is what I'm talking about, where things are just a little bit disruptive. You get some news about something that was supposed to happen and then it doesn't, or something that was supposed to stop and it doesn't. The Six of Wands here, this tells me that someone could be taking credit for your work. Now, it doesn't matter if you actually are an employee or not. This could apply in any area of your life, but it's probably an area that is related to money for you in some way. Either someone's taking credit for work that you've done, or someone is trying to kind of like weasel their way in to maybe an opportunity that you have where you're working and someone's like, oh, I want to get in on that, or oh, I hook me up with, whoever, you're working with. It's one of those types of things where it's like someone's trying to ride your coattails. Now, the good thing is, like I said, there's always a bright side to everything. The Ace of Swords talks about there are breakthroughs happening. You're learning what doesn't work. You're learning what you don't like. You're getting very clear about the direction you want to go. Sometimes we have to get so confronted with the things we don't want in order to get really laser focused on the things we do want. And I can see that's what's happening here. The Emperor is the card of control. When he shows up in the reverse, it means things are feeling really out of control. Things are feeling messy. They're feeling scattered. Things are feeling, like I said, disruptive. Three of Cups here means that there's not really a whole lot to really talk about. It's like you can clearly see the writing on the wall. You can see the signs. You know what you got to do. And so that's all there is. There's no discussion. There's no justification. You see what needs to be fixed, and then you go ahead and you fix it. Finally, we have the Eight of Swords here. The Eight of Swords in the reverse is another good card because it means you're breaking free of self-limiting beliefs. You're letting go of the doubt. You can clearly see what you need to do in order to be proactive and in order to kind of, manipulate the situation in your favor. And you are fully capable of doing that. You have no beliefs that will hold you back, Leo. Okay, so I just want you to understand that. All right, so first week of November is going to be very interesting, Leo, but again, it's not anything that you can't figure out. All right, so let's see what else shows up for the sign of Leo. Oops. As it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance. For the month of November 2020. All right, decisions, but you know what to do. All right, so as we move into the second week of November, Leo, some things are going to be revealed to you, and your gut instincts are going to be 100% on point at this time. So please honor any intuitive hits that come through, especially when it comes to money-making decisions, okay? You are going to know what to do and how to follow through because you're going to have some information that's going to help you. Something as it relates to money, as it relates to finances, is going to be revealed. Now, this is very exciting because this is new information for you that's going to allow you to come up with a really strong game plan. We have the Fool here. The Fool here in the reverse means you are not doing anything out of naivety. You are not blindly just following through with something. It's like, no, you have a very grounded, solid plan, especially a strong money foundational plan. Okay, so I really want you to be clear on this, Leo, because answers are really going to be coming through very powerfully once we hit the second week of November for you. I can see that here, especially with the High Priestess. She's front and center. The Moon talks about revelations happening, things being exposed, things coming to light, news coming to the surface. This is going to be very empowering for you. And like I said, you're not blindly just going into this. It's like this is something that's well thought out and calculated. We have the Five of Swords here in the reverse. Five of Swords in the reverse means that communication actually is either really, really good or it's non-existent. But again, that works in your favor. You don't have to have conversations with everybody, letting them know what you're doing, right? You know what you need to do for you. And especially when it comes to your money, you don't have to explain things to anybody. People are probably going to ask questions because they're curious, but just because they ask doesn't mean you have to answer. You decide here what other people know when it comes to your finances. You decide what you're willing to share and what you're not willing to share. The Two of Swords here This is about a decision. You do make a very important decision, a very important money decision. Could be something job related, work related, business related. But I'm also seeing this too as it's like a money decision. I want to say that it's something that has to do with either home or travel. And I say that because the feel of this, it seems like a lot of you are looking to invest in real estate at this time. And for some of you, this is going to be perfect timing. And others of you, the timing may not be right, but you still have time to get in, when the time is right. It just may not be your particular time, right? Depending on where you live, what the market's doing and so forth. So when you make these decisions, you're going to have to take into account not only the finances involved, but also the lifestyle that comes along with it. Are you going to be able to afford, maybe extra gas for the commute? Are you going to be able to afford, the utilities, the insurance, the taxes, all these things? So no matter what decision you're making, there's definitely a money element to it. All right, Leo. Let's see what else we got going on. For the ferocious Leo, as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance. For the month of November 2020, what do we need to know for the sign of Leo? All right, Leo. Got a repeater here, and that's a very powerful repeater. You got the Ace of Swords again. Remember, we saw that guy here during the first week of November, and I just realized I didn't, I didn't check to make sure I was in frame. Okay, so we have Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles reverse, Judgment reverse, Ace of Swords again, and then we have the Page of Wands reverse. Knight of Pentacles is always a good card when it comes to a money reading. Why? Because it means that you're going to get some type of financial support in some way. It doesn't always mean it's money, but it means you're going to get some type of assistance. Could be a break, could be a reduction of fees, could be, somebody helps you in some way and it benefits you financially. That's what this card's all about. Now we also have the Queen of Pentacles here. Now this is the conservative investing card, right? If you are looking to make investments at this time, whether they be stocks, whatever, real estate, I don't know, precious metals, whatever you're investing in. She's very conservative. Now, it doesn't mean that she doesn't know what the heck's going on. It's just that the Queen energy is a very conservative, modest investor. She's not going to take big, huge risks. She's not going to do something without, doing her homework. And that's what I feel is you, Leo. It's like you're ready to invest, you're ready to make a money move, but this is something that's going to be well thought out. This is not something that's going to be done just, off the flip, right? This is something where, you take your time and you manage the risk involved. Now, this doesn't only apply to investing. This also applies to spending. If you're trying to buy something or you're looking to make a big purchase, you're going to buy quality. It doesn't necessarily have to be the most expensive model, but you're very conservative in your spending, and that's definitely going to pay off for you in a good way. Why? Because we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. I like to see this guy in reverse because it means you're not penny pinching. It means that you're not, sweating, every month with the bills. It means that you're not being so tight-fisted with the money. It means you can be a little relaxed. Why can you be relaxed? Because you're getting some assistance. You're making very modest, conservative financial decisions, which gives you a lot more freedom as it relates to money and your spending. Now, we have the Judgment card here in reverse. Now, the Judgment card, I don't know, sometimes this could be something that is very, very much where you are making a huge decision, or a decision is being made and it affects you very profoundly and you have no say in the matter. And I'm kind of feeling like that's what this is about. When judgment shows up in the reverse, it means that you are at the mercy of someone else's decision. And that's not always a comfortable place to be. Sometimes it works out beautifully, other times it doesn't. So, but considering what I have going on around this card, this tells me that you're going to be okay. All right, Leo. So, it could be something at work where, the higher ups make a decision. Could be something court related where, a judge is making the decision, but it affects, every aspect of your life, whatever the case may be. The good thing is like it fell onto the high priestess. So intuitively, I think you already know what's coming down the pike here. Also, we have the communication card. So it's not like you're going to be blindsided. There's going to be a lot of thoughtful discussion as it relates to this big decision. And you also have some support here. You're making good decisions. We also have another breakthrough. So this decision, even though you may not have any input, you're going to be okay. I can clearly see you're going to be okay. Like I said, Ace of Swords, we have a breakthrough here. This is a financial breakthrough is what I'm feeling. It doesn't mean you're going to win the lottery. However, you could. But it just means that, things are going to be okay. You're going to be set up on the path to succeed, especially as it relates to your finances, as it relates to your income. Next, we have Page of Swords here. This means that you do have some work related news coming in. Even if you're not an employee, there is a message that's coming your way. There is an announcement that's coming your way that will affect you financially, and it will affect your income. The other thing about this too is the Page of Wands also means that it's a very stay put card, right? So if he shows up in the reverse, it means that things could change, but you're just going to have to adapt. Like I said, the good thing about the page is that usually this is not out of the blue, oh my God, blindsided announcements. The pages usually kind of give us signals, and they give us warning signs, and sometimes they give us teasers as to what to expect or what could happen next. All right, Leo. So what else do we need to know for the sign of Leo? As it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of November 2020. I saw this card. It's like it was falling in slow motion and it was right side up, so that's how I'm placing it. Okay, we got another repeater here, the moon. Remember, we saw him here. Now, this means that there's more being revealed. There's more information. That's why I think this page here is just going to be like a teaser of what's coming towards the end of the month. Looks like work is going to slow down. Looks like you're going to be doing a lot of work by yourself, Leo. There won't be any group projects, no collaborations, no partnerships. That's probably a good thing. Sometimes some of us like to do our work alone, or we do our best work when we work alone independently. I feel like that's kind of what's going on here. The other thing that kind of gives me a little concern is the Seven of Swords. And the reason why I say that is because this card talks about somebody doing something dishonestly, somebody being shady, somebody being shifty in the background. Now that could be the reason why there's a slowdown in work, or why you're working alone, because somebody's being shifty, somebody's being shady. But you're going to find out who it is. So don't worry about this, Leo. Do not stress, because you're going to be okay. I can see that here, and I can see that here. You're already setting yourself up for success. This is actually a good thing because the moon talks about things being revealed. Whatever's going on behind the scenes, you're going to know. And because it affects you and it affects your financial life, you're going to be able to make some really, really good decisions here in order to prepare yourself. Finally, we have the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles talks about you being recognized for a job well done. Also, it means that people want to work with you. People want to hire you. People want to, be a client of yours. This is always a good card because it means there's never going to be a lack for what it is that you do. You will always be in demand in some way, shape, or form. Even if it's not, in your day-to-day 9 to 5, you could have some other skills. Like, let's say you're a brilliant painter, and that's not what you do for work, but someone may want to hire you to paint for them or something like that, okay? So you're always going to be in demand. You have very valuable skills that you can monetize and you can profit off of. So make sure that you recognize that, okay? I think that's the message here, Leo. But overall, you have a very, I should say, revealing month, okay? Things are a little disruptive in the beginning, but things start to settle down once we hit that second week of November. You start to make some really good decisions. You start to really plan ahead for what's going on. Things come out in the open. You are no longer in the dark about anything. Everything gets revealed in the right timing and in the right way, okay? So this is really good. This is really, really good, Leo. I hope that, you understand just the word velocity comes to mind, and I don't even know why. Maybe it's an intuitive thing that's coming through. But understanding the velocity of money means we have to understand the speed and the pacing of how money flows. And I think because this is something you're learning, Leo, things are showing up around you in order to support you in learning that, so you can grow your money, so you can grow your wealth, so you can accumulate more. So I hope that makes sense. I just felt like someone needed to hear that. All right, Leo, let's go ahead and close out your reading with a Spirit Animal Oracle card. These cards are so big, sometimes I have a hard time shuffling them. Okay. You got 3. We'll go with it. We will go with it. Okay, so the first card you got is the Starfish Spirit. Open to infinite possibility. Yes. Oh, you got 4. Then we have the Lion Spirit. Be generous of spirit. Yes. Owl Spirit. You see clearly now. Yes, which is this Moon card here. Moon card here. And then we have the Hummingbird Spirit. Be here now. Be in the present moment. Which I think, that's pretty much what you're going to be doing all throughout November, Leo. And look at the numbers you've got. 43, 37, 59, 34. But these two called out 43 and then 3 and 4. So Leo, I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, observations, feel free to drop them down below. And if you'd like to connect with me for a private reading, I will have that linked for you in the description. All right, Leo, thank you so much for spending this time with me. We will definitely do it again next month.